Well, my name is Derek Frost. Well, I'm kind of retired, but I'm an artist. I paint, I take photographs, I travel a lot. And I like to say that I'm a bit of an activist, really. And I suppose having written a memoir, I could even say that I was an author. It involved exposing me and my other half, Jay, to some pretty deep personal stuff that we'd been through, particularly as he was HIV, he is HIV positive. And so there was a long period of time in his life, my life. We've been together as a married couple now, or as lovers, we've been together for 44 years. So, we've had a lot of adventures. And to be honest, we were fairly certain that Jeremy's news would be bad news because he'd already been suffering from some of the symptoms that people who become positive experience. We were together and the doctor told us that he was positive and basically would have 2 or 3 years to live. And, it's not a very great thing to hear. Jeremy became positive himself in 91. We rushed home from the doctor and we rushed through our house, which we had builders in at the time. And we went into our bedroom and we closed the door and locked the door and closed the curtains and just stayed there in the darkness for probably 24 hours. Just sort of yelling and sobbing and holding on to each other. That's kind of what we did, So it was pretty grim for a while. Then we started getting our act back together and thinking, what the hell do we do about this? And we're both very close to nature. So we went to the countryside after about 2 days, and we spent some time in this really nice little hotel in Rye in Sussex, where we found this beautiful little room on the top of the hotel, and we spent a lot of time up there just crying and being with each other. And then we sort of spent some time in nature, and it was round about April, I think. And so spring was happening. And, you can't feel down for long when you're in springtime, because spring is just so uplifting and so new and so revigorating. And after a while you think, I'm not going to die, I'm going to start doing stuff. What I'd say to people is that safe sex of one sort or another is still incredibly important. The quicker you get tested, the better, because obviously the damage caused by the HIV virus will be minimized the sooner you know that it's going on. I mean, one of the things that probably worries a lot of young people about getting positive is they think their sex life is going to be over, which is why possibly a lot of people delay testing, or when they test positive, don't share that with their peers. If you get onto PrEP, you don't need to worry about infecting people. And if you're not on PrEP and you have safe sex, the same thing applies. The title of my book, Living and Loving in the Age of AIDS, my book is actually about living and loving, living to the full and loving to the full and enjoying life to the full during that period of time. Even though, something like 900,000 people died of AIDS last year around the world, in 2004, 109 million people died of AIDS. So the number of people dying is coming down fast. And if PrEP could be made available worldwide, AIDS would just disappear.